Hey, so we're at our next portion, and we're going to begin coding. And the first thing we need to do when we start coding is we need to convert the table's columns into arrays. So just like we did with our teachers list on class, we're going to do the same thing, but it's just going to be a bigger list of names to start with. The reason why I'm choosing names is because that's what I'm going to pick first. So to do this, we actually start just like we did with variables before. And we're creating an array out of the table columns. And the first one I'm going to do is called cat names. And we're going to use this thing called get column. And what this does is it actually converts that column into an array with the brackets and then the commas, just like we did in class. It's just a lot bigger and faster to do it this way. So you can make an array out of any of these tables. I want to use the name. And then if I wanted to see what it actually looks like, I would display it in the console log. Let me see if I can find that. And you'll see when I type in cat names, it's going to display a giant array or the brackets with all the values of the cat's names. So let's take a look at that. So there's this many values on this array. It's like 67 values. And they're indexed just like we did in class. So you could index any of the values if you wanted to. And we're going to do the same thing when we want to use the other data that we're going to use. So by that, I mean, I was going to use the temperament, the origin, and the image. So I'm first going to grab origin. And I'm going to repeat that same process at origin. And I'm going to use the data. I'm going to grab the column from the table cats. And the column I want to grab is called origin. And if I display this, we'll see another list that has the same amount of items and is indexed in the same positions, but it's just going to display the country they're from. Let's check out cat origin. You'll see now there's going to be two of these arrays. And these ones, the second array, it's indexed with country names. And we're going to have to do that again for our cat temp. And we want to do the same process. We want to get the table cats, and we want to choose the temperament. And we just want to see what sort of shows up here again. And we got to change this second part to be cat temp. And now we should have 3. And you'll see we have a list of names, a list of origins, and a list of temperaments. And they're actually indexed the same way if you look down. And we have one more to do. And that's going to be our cat image. And we actually do the same thing. And the image is just the address to where the image is found. So we can actually use that. And I just like to display it just in case. So we can see we have 4 total arrays now. And you'll see the last one is all these images. So that's how we set up our arrays using the table data. And you guys need to make sure you set up your arrays for the data you want to show from the table. And that is it for step number 2.